Easybar, Berg, True Measure, they all use a chamber. This is the inside of a Berg pump cutaway. It gravity fills, and when you hit it with air through this line, you pressurize the chamber, and there's a little ping pong ball in there that is forced up to block this fill area. And as the pressure comes in, it lodges the ping pong ball up here and pressurizes the line going out to the bar. And then there's a slight pause, and then the valve will open at the bar. There are no electronics in the back room. All the electronics in the Berg system come from the station, and they travel back over a cable onto the rack, and there's a little air solenoid up at the top, an air solenoid for each brand. And so there's quite a delay if you have say you have a 250-foot run, and you're running that cable all the way back, and you have to activate that air solenoid, and you have to pressurize the pump. There's quite a delay between the time that you push your button and the time that the liquid comes out. And if it's a long run, the pumps won't work. They have to go to a pump that you guys are all familiar with. This is just a standard bag in the box, and there's a liquor version and a beer version, and a juice version, and a condiment version of this pump. And we use these in juice applications, and we make a lot of juice equipment. But for the competitor, if he gets into that long run situation, then he needs to resort to these pumps. And these pumps, they've got a lot of power. They're Bellafram, double Bellafram, with Bellafram or diaphragm type flexible pocket that is one on each side. This is identical, and as it goes back and forth, it's pumping. But if you catch it right in the middle of a pump or at the end of a pump, the accuracy is not good. You can be off by as much as a quarter of an ounce, depending on where that stops. So it doesn't have the accuracy of one of our pumps. This is an Easybar pump. This is just for show, because the material isn't set up for actual dispensing. But it shows you how the piston can be shoved up into the chamber and displaces liquid that's in the chamber. This is a cutaway of that same thing, showing the side of the pump cut out. What happens is there's this air solenoid. When the air goes in, it forces it out this check valve. When the electronics shut the air solenoid off, it exhausts and draws liquid in through this check valve. And pumps can be mounted above the source. If you're in a portable bar situation, the guy wants a portable bar, 6 brands, you can put this up in the dead space that's up in this bar area. It's got a lot of flexibility. The only thing is, when you get it up high, it takes longer to load because it has to draw that liquid up toward it, as opposed to having it in a, say, equal, if it's on the wall, and you kind of keep it equal with the shelving that is going to the pump, you get quicker recovery. So what we're saying about this is that we have a Bellafram sock in here also, and the air is below it. And when you put pressure on the pump, you do not put any CO2 gas or compressed air on your product. And that's why we have NSF approval, because when the product goes in the manifold and is sealed off in here, it's a sealed line all the way up to the point of dispense. Also, in an air compressor, I mean, most of you have seen the inside of one, where you cut a tank and it's all rust and there's odor coming out of that. And if you put that on the pump, what their story is that they run it through a filter, an air filter, before it goes on the pump. But that doesn't really take all the odor out. It's a big difference in the systems.